Hello everyone, I am Charmalee on YouTube here. I am Nacola. Welcome to my YouTube channel. On this channel, I will inspire you, motivate you, and speak on any issue that affects humanity. If you really like those things, be sure to subscribe to my channel for more great content and click that notification bell to alert you when I upload a new video. You can also comment below to let me know exactly who you are. I'd love to hear from you. So today I will be talking about how to overcome your fear. I will not be going into the psychological aspect too much, but I want to assure you that at the end of this video, you should at least get the courage to be on your way to overcoming fear. You know, I remember when I was younger and they used to tell me duppy stories. American, you know it as ghost, right? They used to tell me duppy stories and I used to be so overwhelmed with fear. It would be so crippling, right? And I just want you to understand that fear is just in your mind and you can overcome it very quickly. It was when I grew up, I realized that fear is not as dreadful as they made it sound when I was little. Fear is bad management of our mental faculties, and once you understand it, you can overcome it very quickly. Answer this in the comment section. What are you afraid of? I was afraid of frogs, and I still don't like them touching me, guys. Just the sight of the frogs just creeps me out really badly, and I'm hoping that I can move past that one thing. I once had a lot of fear and anxiety, fear of letting go of something that wasn't good for me, fear of moving on, fear of people leaving me, fear of broken friendships, fear of this and that, and you can name them because some of you have those fears as well. I can understand where my fear is coming from. It's based on parental abandonment issues, but I have since moved past that, and I'm, working in my elements. So I am good, and so I want to help you or someone today. I don't know who I'll be helping today to overcome the fear, because once you understand how the mind works, then you should be able to move past fear pretty quickly. The number one thing that I want us to understand is that fear is an emotional state that we experience, and it can hold us back. Let's look at it this way. Fear is not different from happiness, sadness, guilt, loneliness, and all of those things that we feel. It's not much different from it. And you can control anger, right? You can control your happiness. You're in control of that. You can control guilt. You can control all the emotions that you feel. You can control it. So it's the same thing with fear. You can also control that. We have 100% control of what is taking place inside of us. It took me a while to realize this, but we have 100% control of how we respond to everything around us, including how we feel. Name one time that you were fearful and name how you responded to it. My son is afraid of the dark. Before I introduced television to him, he was totally fine. But then he started watching the television, and on the television comes the Halloween, the ghost, and things like that. The duppy, remember I told you when we began the video how the duppy stories came up. So he started seeing the ghosts and, little things that would frighten him. And so that would amplify his fear. So what I do is to remove all the Halloween stuff from his vision. I really watch what he watches. And so if I say, okay, go in the room for something for me, turn the light on, he would just do it. So I'm helping him to remove his fear. The next thing I want you to know is that you should speak words of empowerment instead of words that will limit you, right? Analyze what you are fearful of and seek ways to overcome it. Analyze that. Break yourself from repeating the same patterns of behavior, from speaking the same words, from having the same body language all the time. Do things that will condition your state of mind so that you can live up to those expectations. I wanted to start a YouTube channel like 7 years ago. You can check it out, like 7 years ago. And I was totally fearful of sitting in front of the camera. But what I've realized is that I am pre-filming this. No one is seeing me. So I can mess up as many times as I want. Do I mess up? Yes. Do I have to repeat what I say sometimes? Yes. But I'm getting better at it. It is very, very difficult, for me to sit down in front of the camera, knowing that thousands, possibly hundreds and thousands of people will be seeing me, will be listening to me. Do I have something great to offer? But I totally do. So tell yourself, that you are the greatest, that you can do whatever it is that you need to do so that somebody can hear the message that you have inside of you. Do not silence your voice because you think that you're not good enough. Don't absent yourself, or stay away from an event because you think that you are not worthy enough to be there. You are worthy. I can tell you that you're worthy. I mess up on camera. I will know the right thing to say, or I do know the right thing to say, but say the opposite. But what can I do about that? I publish the video anyhow, and fine if people want to judge me. But it doesn't mean that I don't know. Ask the other YouTubers. It's just not easy, should say. It's not easy. Ask them. It is not an easy thing because, people are fearful of being judged, being criticized, but we have to learn to grow that thick skin, that whatever people say should not affect you in any way, and know that you are in control of who you are, right? So I have some Bible verses that I teach my son when he's fearful of anything, when I see him showing signs of nervousness, because that's what he will say, he's nervous, and it is really true, when he's afraid of something. And so one of the Bible verses that I teach him is Joshua 1 verse 9. It says, "Do not be discouraged, do not be afraid, for the Lord thy God will be with you wheresoever you go." I hope that these Bible verses will be helpful to you as well. The other one is, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And that gives me power enough to go ahead and do whatever I have to do when I am hesitant in, to do something, when I'm hesitant to speak, when I don't know how I'm going to deliver. I will say, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And with faith, I can move mountains. So I have the faith, and you put it in action, that you can move mountains. You can do anything that you want to do. You know what? We learn best when we are placed in an uncomfortable zone, and if I can do this, so can you. If I can do this, so can you. I'm not fearful anymore to speak. I have a voice, and I'm going to use it, wisely, that is, because I don't speak unless I have to speak. I remain silent. What they say, that you have 2 ears to listen and 1 mouth to speak. Fear will rob us of opportunities to grow. Fear will rob us of opportunities to develop into the best version of yourself. Fear will do that to you. So what is it you are fearful of today? And what is it you really want to do? I would say fight fear with confidence. Know that you are worthy, and know that you don't have to be fearful of anything. It is only in your mind, and you can set aside fear and develop into the best version of yourself. I've come to the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. If you really like this content, remember to subscribe to my channel. It is free. You can click that notification bell to alert you when I upload a new video, and know that great content is on its way.